All right, so pull your socks up and we gonna make some more customizations to our plots. So last session we ended on that there are different styles that we can add to our plots, 538 and lots of styles related to C1 and so on. So, the more time you can spend in, beautification and all that stuff, it's totally your choice. Okay. So, now, a lot of customizations you can done. So we can let's discuss all the customizations one by one. So one is can be with reference to the length and the width of the length and the height of the figure. So that can be done. Then font size, line width, line style. These are certain extra arguments that you can put up. And then the labels. So at the X label that you want to set or the Y label you want to set, and then the title and in this stuff while placing X label, Y label or the title functions, you can also mention the font size in which you want to show the title on the plot. Okay. So if you see, there's a little different way it has been done. Like for example, you want to label X as date, okay, with the font size 16, Y label as the values of my y-axis. So now since this is in single quote or it can be in double quotes as well, the Python will take it as a string, as a text, and will print it as it is. Okay. So this is the way you can do it. All right. You can do it anyway. The Python, you have to simply take the text in a single or double quote. Then only Python will understand that it's a string, it's a text, and it will print it as it is. Okay. So these are certain extra argument: the size of the figure, the length, breadth, the font size, the line width, line style. Then you can zoom in on a particular time period as well. That is slicing the time series data. Now my data, the data that I have taken begins from 2018 and goes till 2020. So I might not be interested in seeing the entire data. I might want to see data for some particular months, or from one date to some particular date, or from one month to the other month. Means any level of slicing can be done. So with the help of this, so we'll take this one by one. So let's take this customizations first. All right. And so we are continuing from the last session. So I have mentioned few of my customizations. So you can use PLT also if AX you don't want to use, but then you have to make sure that if you're using PLT, then this would not be set underscore X level, that would be only X level. Because if you're using the pyplot interface, then it is plt.x label, plt.y label, and plt.title. If you are using AX, then you have to use set underscore and for with X label, Y label, and title. So you have to be careful. So use AX, use PLT, doesn't matter, but there's a little difference in the functions. That so be careful about this. Okay. So I have mentioned this, and uh, plot. It will plot the ICICI Bank only. It will not plot the HDFC Bank series. There's a different way of plotting two time series on the same area that we'll discuss later on. Okay. And if I run this, so you can see. Okay. You can just see. So this graph was of this much size, and the size is certainly increased because I have particularly mentioned to increase the size to length and the breadth. Okay. So this is how it is done. Okay. Obviously, when you increase the size, the graph automatically expands, giving you better visualization, and you can develop some better story for your data. Story is always normally related to the trend, the pattern, and the behavior that particular series has adopted over a period of time. So now, since this data starts from January 18 and goes till July 2020, I might not be interested in visualizing this entire data. I might want to see data for some particular years, particular months, or some few particular date. So that is known as the slicing of the time series, which is very very important. So if you want to slice the time series, so as I discussed, different subsets can be taken. Let's take all the subsets. All right. Now the first subset is I want to visualize my data only from 17th May 2018 to 17th May 2020. All right. So data starts from January 18, ends at July 20, but I don't want to take the end and the beginning date. I want to take certain portion only. Okay. Similarly, I want from 18 to 19 only. I'm not interested in understanding what happened in 2000, what is happening in 2020. And similarly, it can be particular month also. I want from January 18 to December 18. That means one particular year. Different subsets are there. So you can slice the way you want. It's totally your choice. The way you want, you are free to slice. All right. It totally depends how you want to visualize your data, what type of implications you want to draw from your data. Whatever implications you want to draw from your data, accordingly everything would be designed. Okay. So if I run it, you can see this, how this works. Okay. Now, the problem here is it has all become messy because I have taken all the three plots together. So all the three are on one. So let's take them one by one. Okay, let's take them one by one. Uh, we'll take this later on, these two. So let me slice only for, yeah. So let's say I want to see from 17th May 2018 to 17th May 2020, not the entire stuff. So let's run it now. Now this is particularly from May 18 to my 17 May 20. Okay, it is only this movement is only between these two ranges that I have given. So I have sliced my index, my time series. Okay, so it's very easy. It's simply you have to just mention the date, nothing else, and then you have to plot this subset, and you can give all the whatever arguments you want to give. So suppose let me increase the size of this figure. That will give us better implication. So let me take one more argument, fig size equal to 5. All right. So I have increased the size of the figure so that probably we can have some better visualization. Yeah, now you can see this. All right, now you can see this. So if you increase the size of the data, the graph automatically expands, right? So the entire outlook changes. That is how size matters here. Okay, so you have to see this. So this is where you can slice it. In the second case, you can slice it for a particular year. Okay, the way it is done. So I want to take for a particular time period only. So let's take this data. Okay, now instead of from such a, I want to take it for 1 year only. Let's suppose I want to take from 2018 till 2019. That's it. Okay, I'm not interested in knowing what is happening in 2020. So if we go there, we run it. Yeah. So now this is particularly between 18 and 19. It will, you see, the data is before January 2020, only till end of 19. So I have sliced my time series to see what happened at a particular in a particular time section. In a similar way, it can be a particular month also, month of year. So let's say suppose this goes the same data, but let me change the indexing here. Okay, suppose I want to have from January 2018 to say December 2000, only for one single year I want to visualize. No problem, slice your series, and yeah, this is what you get the data. Now this is only and only for 2018, starting from January 18 to December 18. All right, so you can see how the movements happen. You can slice your time series as you want. It all depends upon you how you want to slice your time series. This is the power of Matplotlib. This is how we can actually develop stories for our data. Because sometimes when you take a long range, it's very difficult to draw a story, very difficult to understand the history and what happened exactly. But when you slice it in parts and you try to visualize it, in clusters, you get the understanding of what happened to the data. And that is very important when you are visualizing in data. And that's what data visualization is all about. Data visualization is not about drawing graph plots. That's not data visualization. Data visualization is something where you actually try to gain those stories, those understanding of movements behind data. Okay. Then there are certain more changes that you can do. Like for example, if I take the same plot. All right. Now what I do, I add two more arguments here, which is ax v line means vertical line, and ax h line. Now I will not show you what will happen here. Okay. I will simply show you. So I have given two more arguments here. One is ax dot axv line, that means vertical line. Vertical line means the y-axis, and h line, horizontal line, means the x-axis. All right. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Now, can you visualize it? Can you tell me what actually has happened? What is the difference between these this and this? What extra customization has taken place? Well, our axes have been colored. So here there was no color to x and y axis. Now vertical line means y axis has been colored as red. Horizontal line has been colored as green. And this is the starting date, means this starting date for the y axis. So if you change this date, so you might find the color here as well, because my starting date for drawing this colored vertical axis is somewhere else. So you have to see where you want to draw. Okay. So this is extra customization that you can done in your time series. So in the next session, I would be repeating this topic again for you, because it's a very, very important topic. And further, we would be learning some more customizations that we can put up using the same data. In the next session, then we would be learning more about how we can plot two time series on the same plot. All right, that's a very, very important concept, especially for those people who are more into time series analysis. So till that time, keep practicing, keep plotting. Thank you so much.